Hello viewers and welcome back to Renowned Explorers, More to Explore. Today we are going for perk stacking again, this time on Dolores. Hopefully this Captain Perk over here makes it pretty obvious why we would do that. Plus 5 status from your collect tokens, and the bonus improves by 1 status every time Dolores succeeds on the adventure wheel. So we stack all the perks on Dolores, make Dolores roll everything, collect tokens, start producing a ton of status. They're actually going to eventually be producing more status than they are gold. And I predict that that's probably going to happen by, like, the 3rd expedition, maybe early in the 3rd expedition. So I think that we're actually going to be focusing on the research tree that gives renown extra status, or renown from status, rather than the one that gives renown from gold. This is actually going to be sort of a status run. It's just we're going to be getting a lot of collect tokens, which is nice. Incidental gold means that we'll be able to buy stuff for our crew, which means they'll be less likely to die and more likely to pass checks. And I think this should be pretty strong. Now, the eagle-eyed faithful viewers among you may notice that this is a crew that I ran very recently, actually, this exact crew, and that is not an accident. Actually, let's get out there. We'll talk about stuff while we run it. There's not a lot of stuff to talk about on the first expedition, so... it is not an accident that this is a repeat crew. That was the last crew that I ran before I started really trying to optimize, and I want to get a good idea of how much the optimization is helping. Obviously, our score from the last run was fantastic, but we don't know exactly why it was fantastic. It could just be that Anna and Science are really great strategies. Now, I know that that's not true and that the perk stacking had a ton to do with it, but, you know, we're conducting some science here. We had a control group, sort of, already. We should be able to compare the outcome of this run to the outcome of the last run where we used this crew and get a pretty good idea of exactly how much the optimal play is helping. A merchant who wants to help us, great. This is the Hidden Horde. We are not going here until after we play our campfire card, and I'll explain why when we do one of those things. Yeah, let's hit the campfire. Okay, so we're going to keep this story. I'm a little bummed that we do tactical oeuvre so early, because I really would like to play this toward the end. You get a lot of renown off of this if you build things up correctly. But I think if you run through your whole deck, it reshuffles and you start drawing again. You can't, any card that you play is taken out of the deck and not present in the second run, but it's not impossible that we could see this again. We're going to be playing tournament training. We're going to hold competitive streak until a little bit later. So the reason that I didn't want to take the Hidden Horde yet is that there's a possibility that we could have played Earl's Campfire Story here, and Earl's Campfire Story gives you extra renown from gold every time you pick up a discovery token. So if we had played that, we'd want to pick up the discovery token afterward, of course. Dolores has a fantastic idea. Let's form a wrestling company. She's a pro wrestler known as La Bestia de Sangre. Sangre? Listen, I don't speak Spanish. I do know some Latin, though. It looks like this is maybe the Beast of Blood? Is that right? That's a pretty metal name, actually. Let us train our crew members in various athlete abilities. Earl masters the art of smashing. Because I think Earl's a smashing dude. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so plus 5 spirit for Earl, plus 10 attack power for Dolores. That's pretty great, actually. So I did not record on Monday because I knew there was going to be a patch on Tuesday. And then I did not record on Tuesday because, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was feeling like death warmed over. I could not record. I coughed so hard, I think I may have broken a rib, to be perfectly honest with you. I got like a pain all in my side. But I'm not going to the doctor, because I live in the United States of America, and can't really afford to go to the doctor unless it's life-threatening. But you know, the show must go on, the very moment that it can. Learned that at a young age, growing up in show business. Did I not tell you guys I'm Will Wheaton? No, I sort of grew up in show business. My grandma owned a dance studio. We do like recitals and stuff. That's public performance. I credit that with my natural dancer's grace. And I fell over opening the door the other day, but listen, I don't have any training in that. You never open doors in ballet. Alright, so this first expedition... Oh, I did want to mention, the patch that I was talking about. The patch has some effects on this run. First of all, the patch nerfed Earl's Crew card. It used to give you plus 5% renown from gold every time you get a discovery. Now it gives you plus 3% renown from gold every time you get a discovery. And from what I was seeing on the message boards, that is a totally warranted change. The scores of people abusing Earl's Crew perk were just absolutely nuts. A Saxon monastery. Okay, I know that we want to go to the basement and push the heavy statue of Tyr because I did a small amount of preparation. You're welcome. Probably we will get nothing cool from this, but there's a small chance... Ah, we didn't get anything cool. There's a small chance from that encounter to get a really sweet treasure. We're going to take the study tokens because we need to hit a certain amount of research. We are not going to have enough research after this expedition to fill out a research tree, and that's fine. But we do need to, after the second expedition, fill out a research tree, the one that increases our renown from status. So we want to make sure that we have enough in the bank to get that done. If this is your first time watching me play Renowned Explorers, I think that it's a very good idea on the first island especially to take all of the penalties. You want to hit every node. It doesn't matter how many penalties you have to take to do that. The value of getting every token on the island is way, way higher than the danger that is added by taking the penalties, especially since all of the fights on the first island are such pushovers. We should be able to blow through these sheep deviously pretty quickly here. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have had Dolores come down here and do her roar. She could have taken all three of them. Alright, well, that was easy. Other things that the patch changed. Number one, there's been some changes to the entourage halls, the specialists, that you guys will see in a couple of moments. They're definitely a bummer, specifically for our strategy. But we will find a way. We'll find a way to survive. Secondly, they changed Shangri-La, attempting to bring Shangri-La a little bit more in line payout-wise with the Lost Island. So there's more events and an extra treasure now, a new treasure. So I'm excited to see that. We're definitely going to Shangri-La this time. I think we're going to focus Earl on Engineer for now. This is Survivalist Navigation, which is a thing you can buy for 100 gold. I'm not too concerned about it. And I'm focusing on athlete stuff with Molly. I don't know, it wasn't made super clear by the campfire card, but at the end of each expedition, we're going to get +2 collect for each level of athlete in the career, so we want to make sure that we're focused on that. The other thing that the patch changed that I'm pretty interested in is, we're not going to see it this time, but they made the Darwin and the T-Rex fights on the Lost Island more difficult, which I think is very sensible. It's not the way that I necessarily would have solved the problem. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who have not seen the episodes, I think the Raptor Queen fight is way, way out of line difficulty-wise. Is much harder than Darwin or the T-Rex. And apparently the feeling at Abbey was that the problem is that the other fights are too easy, not that the Raptor Queen is too hard. Take that, nerd. Alright, so we're getting actually a pretty good payout from this first expedition. I'm not gonna lie, we're not going to probably get the big bunch of extra tokens from the skill check after the boss, because we're gonna try for something that we don't necessarily have a very good chance of succeeding at. The best treasure for us is something that we're a little unlikely to get. It's not the end of the world if we don't get it. The other treasures are not bad. Ah, well, we're already out of supplies, so why not? Molly loses some armor. That's disappointing, but, you know, we'll live. Alright, Saxon burial site. Hey, look, it's Ravelou, and he's like, I'm gonna steal a thing, and then we gotta fight. Okay, Tommy. Hey, we're good at this. I think this is kind of a best case scenario for our team right here. So, the question is, how much damage will we get out of... experimentation can't quite down anyone. Alright, let's move him back. Would I be better off doing this? Yes, I would. Plus, this lets us be in a superior mood, which is always valuable. Oh, Earl can get to here, which will put him in range of one guy. And he will defeat that guy with deviousness, so that when Molly runs over and stabs someone, it doesn't immediately push us into aggressive mode. Oh, actually, this will do more damage and reduce his damage output, which is valuable. We have a lot of penalties, remember, so it is to our advantage. Make sure we don't get one shot here. And Earl's experimentation will gain in potency for a couple of rounds. By the time we use it, it'll be powerful enough to straight up kill some people. Although, actually, it's not totally impossible. I should have, you know what, I should have had Earl go first here. And do that, right? No, you know what, let's just bomb the experimentation out right now. I'm looking to build aggressive points. I want to make sure we get the aggressive finish. Okay, I think we should be fine. We're only going to get attacked once here. Even if he does his AoE attack, it's not going to be... Yeah, not going to be very scary. Oh, and he whiffed! How much grit does Dolores have? 7. Wow. Well, that was lucky. Dolores, put him away. See, look at that. We were nice, and we didn't even finish him off with a thing that would definitely kill him. Like being shot. Tommy's impressed by our skills. So we're going to get a couple of extra tokens and a free point of attack, I believe. Yeah. And then he gives us this checklist. So, the way this works, if you're not familiar with the way these work, is each one of these has a skill check associated with it. There are 3 treasures you can get from this, and each one of the skill checks is associated with 1 treasure. If you succeed on the skill check, the associated treasure has a 75% chance of being awarded to you, while the other 2 treasures have to split the remaining chance. If you failed the skill check, then you just get a roll, and each treasure is 33%. So it wouldn't be the end of the world for us to fail this, and I do think that we'll have enough research by the end of the next expedition to make the full tree. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as another opportunity to buff Wrestling Star. 25% is not horrible, considering that it's not the end of the world if we fail the check. Yeah, that's okay, whatever. So we still get something, and in fact, we still got the thing we were rolling for. Oh, we did not get the... This treasure has 4 different uniques in its pool. +1 collect for each expedition, each level of tactician in your crew at the end of each expedition. +1 encounter for each level of tactician. And then the other 2 are +1 collect for each level of athlete and +1 encounter for each level of athlete. Obviously, those are the ones I was hoping for. The bummer about this is that we're probably not going to gain tactician levels all that quickly. She may end up with a bunch, but these are actually probably not going to be terribly valuable. Honestly, this is kind of compelling. We're going to end up with a lot of collect tokens over the course of the game, and 3 extra gold from each collect token is... Yeah, I'm disappointed. That didn't work out quite the way we were hoping. But we're going to Mali, and the fact that that treasure is a sword has potentially a little bit of extra value. So this tournament training is going to be a lot of extra tokens over the course of the adventure. Obviously, everybody will be gaining more levels of athlete from crew stories and from leveling up. It's going to be good. Okay, back in London, we know the drill, Pinkerton. Shut up and give us stuff. Okay, so this is... We're going to hit the psychology tree hard, because like I said, we're going to end up with a lot of status. So plus 50% renown from status is going to be valuable to us. It also means that we're going to be getting the barterer helpers. But it does mean that we are not going to have any extra supplies for the next expedition, so we have to be a little bit careful. We're only going in there with 9 points of supplies. I'm not happy about it. Let's have a look at the specialists. So we're going to upgrade. So this is what I was talking about when I said that things had changed a little bit. The specialists at these places used to give +1 token whenever a level 2 X succeeds on the adventure wheel, and +2 tokens whenever a level 5 X succeeds. Now, you have to have a lot more points to get even a single token, which is a little bit of a hit to perk stacking strategies because it really rewards specialization. I don't know how much this is going to change the value of perk stacking, and it's a shame that this happened like right after we started showing off. But I think we're going to pick this guy up. The question is whether we want to keep rainbowing onto Dolores or not. We have Molly, who is a... Yeah, we're going to... You know what? Yes, we're going to focus on the strategy. So we're going to pick up Renowned Explorer Goodmund. Do I want to pick up the Big Game Hunter instead? We're going aggressive a lot. The extra collect tokens is always good. No, let's do this. Let's keep... Mischief is one that has particular cachet, I believe. And then we got quite a lot of gold. 638 gold is not bad at all. So we're going to do a couple of things. Number one, we're going to buy a translation guide. That maybe doesn't seem great, but there's an encounter in Mali that requires Diplomat that we would really like to pass. In addition, we're going to pick up the Incredible Rose for Earl, I guess? Because having someone be a level 2 Beguiler is valuable. And then we have 128 gold left. So we can sell some stuff and pick up a 150 level defensive item. Let's sell a book and a vest. Well, actually, hold on. Do I want to buy it for her? My initial thought was that I wanted to buy it for her because she's our perk mule, and her stats are very important. Yeah, I think I do. Let's get her a memento. All of the skill checks, in case you're not aware, really take your stats into account pretty heavily. It is a good idea to have high stats on the person that you are perk muling. Like, to the point where you maybe want to get them a legendary item before you buy a lot of defense increases for anyone else. Alright, so we're hoping to generate... the Crystal Island, or the Crystal Mountain, as our epic encounter here. There are 3 possible epic encounters in Mali. Persuade those villagers, man. Yeah, we're hoping to get Crystal Mountain. It's possible that we'll get a fight with some hyenas, or the Mask of Madness instead. Neither one of those things are great for us, but they're still, like, you know, treasures. I'm not gonna turn up my nose at them. But Crystal Mountain is our holy grail. Hey Molly, go be distracting to this guy. So if we want these guys to give us definite access to the good treasure at the end, we have to finish the fight friendly. But obviously, I'm not putting a tremendous amount of stock in that. I honestly don't know that we'll be able to finish the hard version of the final encounter. I'm gonna finish this battle friendly. Yeah, we only have 4 points aggressive. If we take this guy down friendly, we'll definitely get it. And he is actually not very intimidating. He's not going to kill anybody. So we can afford to take some friendly swings at him, despite the fact that all of our friendly attacks only have an 80% chance of hitting. Alright, well, we didn't get any misses there. There you go. Forget about that bomb we used to kill 3 of your friends. We are definitely pleasant people. Okay. We're gonna hit this node first. An abandoned salt mine. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna use Earl for this, even though I generally want to get Dolores stuff, because I want the tool really badly. I want to make sure we have that tool. Alright, let us continue exploring. a little hut. This is the furniture moving hut. Okay, so we got... oh yeah. Time to teach Molly wrestling. Yeah. So what did that give us? 5 spirit on Molly, and another 10% attack power on Dolores. This is a really good crew story. This has added a lot of power to our party already. Alright, in theory, we run into this guy who has the special mining tools that we need to pick up, the treasure from the Crystal Mountain. We should have a pretty good chance of passing the check, now that we have both a level of Diplomat and a tool available to us. Primal Roar adding a speech defense debuff is not terribly valuable. Obviously, we're going to be physical attacking a lot, so we're going to pick up Confident Roar. We are limited on supplies. No, we have to take the check. We have to do checks. This is important. Minus 15 grit. She has 7. But she only has 4 actual grit. She must have had a buff of some kind. Yeah, minus 15% grit penalty is very small for her. So let's take the coin flip on getting a point of Wrestling Star. Looks like we can get it. Bummer. Okay, walking through the deserts is not just agony. You also get to study the properties of Molly's face in extreme heat. I don't want to take the campfire until we know what the epic encounter here is. Ooh. Dolores finds a small mud pyramid. You can hear the hissing of snakes inside, and the skeleton lies in front of the entrance. How spooky. You would lose a resolve normally, but Dolores is fearless. So we can find any of the special tokens here. We're going to take a discovery token, because like I said, I want to make sure that we hit that, what do you call it? Oh, here's the guy. Oh, no, wait, this isn't the guy. This is a different guy. This guy, I think, gives you a sword if you pass a check on him. If you pass a check on him, and you can show him a sword. So... This is a check that has a treasure behind it. I think we're going to go ahead and do it with Earl. Take the best possible chance on this one, because I like treasure. Right? I think that should make sense to everybody. We want treasures. Alright. I really like swords. Yeah, let's show him the Sword of Justice. Look at that. A sword fit for a foreign king. Who had thought I would ever see such a rarity? Take this old Melanese sword. Maybe you can show it to another sword fanatic somewhere around the globe. Yeah, maybe. So hey, free sword. Plus 2 campaign tokens when spending insight in Cape Town. That's interesting. We're not going to take it, but it's interesting. Another buff to collect tokens? Yeah, I mean, what the hell? We're on a linear. I don't actually know if that has any signaling about what our epic encounter is going to be, so I'm still not going to do our campfire yet. Let's go this way. Let's get some XP. Oh, a crossroad. Let's go right? I don't know. Hey, a treasure hunt. Cool. As far as I know... Oh, it's going to take us all the way to the corner we already... Well, I guess it's a 0-point travel to a new node. Yeah, that's not the end of the world. And we did get a treasure hunt token out of it. I guess I should not complain. Hey look, the skeleton of a camel. Free camel skeletons. There's a node over there that could be the one. Alright, there is something here. Tribesmen with spears. Ah, he's willing to teach somebody rogue sneaking. Dolores would like to be a better rogue. Dolores would like to be better at everything. This rainbow's going okay so far. Alright. This will reveal all of the nodes along the edges. Okay, so we did not, in fact, get Crystal Mountain. We got the Hyena Mountain instead. That's fine. Listen, unless you're willing to restart your run over and over and over again, it's just not going to happen that you're going to get the things you're looking for all the time. And restarting the run over and over again is really tedious, man. Alright, so I think... I hate dog getting hurt noises in video games. Most games are like, man, hold up. Spend $20 extra to get a decent writer. Why would we ever do that? But yeah, let's get the best Foley artist in the world. Make sure that our dog getting hurt noises are really authentic. Here's a little tip. Listen, if any game designers are watching this stream right now, when it comes time to do your dog getting hurt noises, because you felt the need to include some kind of dog in your video game, just leave it out. You know what? If I punch a dog in a video game and it doesn't make a realistic squeal of pain, I'm not going to complain at all. It's going to be, wow, that was oddly silent. Moving on. No game reviewer in the world is going to be like, I didn't hear the sound of a dog getting hurt. Let's dock them a point for that. Alright. Punching makes profit. That's kind of the whole idea here. In fact, that's a real good name for this episode. So we can take the campfire now that we have the information I was looking for. It turns out not to matter. The only crew story we have available is Molly's anyway. Do I want to hold any of this stuff? I'd really like to see Earl's crew story. We have a lot of cards left in our deck, though. I really wish you could see your campfire card display on this screen. So we only discarded 2 cards, is that right? Yeah, we held one and played one. And you have 14 cards in the deck to start with. 3 cards are out of the deck now, plus these 7. This looks like way more cards than it should be. Yeah, I think we better not hold Engineer, or Dangerous Engineer. We better try to get Earl's story. I know it's a little bit late now, but... Alright. Molly drops a huge sack of coins in front of the crew. Did she steal all this money? No, she won it. Quote-unquote won it. In a wager she had with an Australian governor. Alright, what about another wager? A test of strength and power, perhaps? Yeah, alright. Perhaps. Oops, Molly hoped Dolores wasn't paying attention. Alright, so during the next expedition, that's going to give Dolores athlete stamina for free, which actually means that we don't need to take athlete stamina when she levels up and get her a second point of Quick Thinker. Alright. Free supplies. And then the elephant graveyard. Let's go toward that giant skull. I love skulls. Let's defend ourselves. The elephant graveyard, the location of giant elephant skulls, and also the best song from The Lion King. Don't even come in here with that "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" crap. That song is terrible. I like Elton John as much as the next guy, but I don't know what he was thinking. So what do we got here? We got some hyenas with 30 armor. We got this Chuckles' sister with 30 armor. Only weak to Excite. Strong against Sadness, which I don't care about. Over here we got a boss hyena who has 25 armor, is immune to Enrage. That's very annoying, actually. I would really like to be able to reduce her armor. And a devious hyena who has 40 spirit and 0 armor, so that's kind of a non-issue. That guy will be a quick one. So these guys have significant armor and not a lot of weaknesses that we can exploit. And also, they're going to be devious this whole time. Yep, there's that. Yeah. Is there anyone on Earth who is cool with that sound? Who's like, oh, that was fine. That was good. We could have, let's have Earl. Let's make sure that Molly can bring this other hyena down. I think it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. And then we'll have Earl drop the armor of this stronger hyena. Alright, so why are you all... Oh, when we're devious, it gets bonus power. Okay, that's fine. We're going to have to be a little bit careful here because we really want to go aggressive. It's just sort of where our abilities lie. But we probably... Yeah, look at how much damage that was. We really cannot afford to lose all of our speech defense. Oh, and the hyenas can attack from non-adjacent spaces. This is going to suck. It is not not infeasible that we might lose some resolve. Could absolutely happen. Oh, must you? Alright, I'm gonna have him stand back a step so that if he fails to get the kill, Molly can step in and finish it, but I really would like... Yeah, damn it. How much health did you leave her with? 2. Because if he had gotten the drop there, we probably wouldn't actually take very many attacks this turn. Maybe 0, honestly, depending on how things worked out. Alright, well, let's finish this guy off with a devious attack. Put 2 points back into our devious meter. We will endure 1 attack with lowered speech defense, which honestly is probably going to cost us resolve. Yep. Oh, wow. He has 1 spirit. Experimentation is getting pretty buff. So if he falls back and then finishes... you can't quite get the hyena, no. Alright, well, use a devious attack. Get our speech defense back online. Who has the higher speech? Alright, so Dolores will heal him for slightly more. And then Molly can bring the hyena down, and I think we are standing far enough back now that we won't get attacked. Is that right? You can only move to here, and you're... yeah, okay. Alright, and that sound, that fanfare, means more enemies spawn, and of course they spawned right on top of us. Shoot. Alright, so we're gonna have to, like, really wail on this. It's gonna take several turns of attacking this hyena for her to go down. I'm so bummed about this being the epic encounter we got. This really sucks. That's good, though. That helps soothe the pain a little. Alright, unfortunately, this is all Dolores can manage. And then you have to not stab the boss. As much as I would love to stab the boss, it's very important to me that we not have lowered speech defense for this coming turn, because we're going to get walloped as it is. Oof. Dolores needs a taunt. Also, screw these, like, mega fast... Are you guys hyenas or cheetahs? You know, I think they got the spots on, they can't tell the difference. They see the spots, they're like, oh, definitely, we're definitely cheetahs, right? Alright. Hell yes, Dolores. Good stuff. Alright, unfortunately, we're just gonna have to go real slow for now. Carefully maintain our attitude. Only going to be able to afford, like, 1 aggressive attack each turn. Although now we have a turn where we don't have any additional enemies. Earl losing his confidence. I think, actually, maybe this is the turn where we just go for it. So, flank and shank. Leaving you with... how much? Let me click. Leaving you with 76 health. Great big confident pinning strike for 54. I think Earl should be able to get this. Yeah. Alright. Good work, guys. And through sheer luck, did not even lose a point of resolve. That's great. Alright, the way to the King Elephant Skull is open. Let's get that treasure. Oh. This is actually great for us. Wow, yeah. Okay, I'm not upset about that at all. It's not quite Crystal Mountain, but... well, I don't think this is a very difficult choice. So Earl now, still a level off of his stun. And Molly's gotta be close to leveling, yeah. Alright, I would really like to get Molly leveled up before the, What's up, walking on burning coals? Yeah. We can do that. Dolores is invulnerable and great at everything, so... Earl loses speech power. Not exactly where I was hoping to be. And we pretty much have to get to the boss. We're just not going to be able to get Molly's level up. It's a shame, but we have got to get up there. Dolores loses speech power. Not great. We are not paying a toll. Go screw yourselves. Alright, these guys, if you go friendly, they tell you where the villages are, I believe, and I don't care about that. We get 9 status and 14 to 25 gold from a collect token. So actually, honestly, an encounter token isn't even really better payout than our collect tokens anymore. Alright, well that being the case, let's just blow these nerds up. That's not a great start. I'm not gonna lie, it's not exactly what I was looking for. But Earl, the absolute lunatic, will even things out for us real quick. Okay, problem solved. And honestly, I think we're gonna go for the Chihuahua, even though it's gonna be a harder fight. Because we have all of our resolve, and I'm feeling cocky. That's basically it. I'm feeling cocky, let's do the much harder thing. I guess we're going to use our tool for that. Make sure we pass the check at the beginning of that sequence. Oh, please stop losing speech power, though. God. Alright. Onwards. So first we have to get the Witch Doctor to listen to us. I'm gonna throw Earl's check instead of Dolores's because I do want to actually go for this. Maybe this is unwise, you know? That could be the case. These guys love us. And then Earl has his secret massage technique. Alright. Give him another massage. Just one more for the road. Alright. Let's do it. Let's rumble. Okay, we are not ideally equipped for this, but we do have pretty good speech defense. It would be best to finish the fight friendly. It's not terribly reasonable, I think. We'll see. We're going to be doing definitely a lot of aggressive fighting. So who has the higher speech right now? Nobody. Everybody's speech is terrible. Oh, yeah. That's going to definitely make it infeasible for us to finish this friendly. Alright, well, you know, if we finish aggressive, we still get the thing. Man, if you get all the way to this fight and then you finish it devious, you still don't get the treasure. That sucks. Surprise! I really love the flavor of that. The reason that the backstab does extra damage is because the enemy is shocked. They just don't... We started off with a little friendly discussion, we gave out some massages, and then the encounter started and Molly was like, hey, don't you think we're really cool? And that guy was like, yeah, I do think you're really cool. And then Earl blew up 3 people with a grenade. We're just having a nice friendly conversation. That's annoying, the blue guys with the AoE attacks, but our speech defense is high enough that it's not debilitating the way it is sometimes. So, there's no way, right? There's just no way for us to finish this friendly. Yeah, let's not even try. Let's do what we're good at. If we didn't have really reduced speech, there might be a chance. How are these guys against Terrify? He's strong-ish. Alright, let's just make sure blue guy goes down. I hate blue guy. I don't know if the Witch Doctor is capable of going devious or not. If he's not, this is actually probably going to be pretty easy. He gets nicer if you make him excited or impressed at the end of the turn, but I think you also have to be friendly for that to work. Hit him with that Flankenshank. So the red guy's going to come around here. Okay, they can go devious. This is going to hurt. Ooh, wow. Wow, that really did hurt. Come on, dodge. Alright, well. And she's terrified now, which is double bummer. But Dolores will pick her up, and then she will exterminate this other guy. Actually, maybe not. She's terrified. Yeah. He has, like, armor and stuff. Let's make it more difficult for him to hit Molly, maybe? Yeah, this is gonna hurt. We're gonna get reinforcements, yep, this turn. Hopefully they spawn far away. Oh, they're reducing the attack power of all of our party members. And he danced. Okay. Well, this guy has to die, so let's figure this out. He's not weak to... Oh, he's weak against... Impress. Or Confident, rather. Are we still better off just punching him? Yeah. Alright, so the question is... Do I want to... How much would we... It does make her actually confident. I think we can't afford to use Dolores on anything other than throwing punches, though. Her attack is too high. Everybody else's attack is significantly lower. Alright, come on, dude. Get that high roll. Nope. In fact, I believe that was minimum damage. So, bummer. But the red guy's gotta go. Red guy's a problem. Alright, the reinforcement wave is all green dudes. Which is fine. Green dudes are the least dangerous dudes. So if we kill this guy Devious, it's gonna make them want to go back to aggressive, or back to friendly. Except it will take all of our attacks. If we kill him aggressive, we'll be able to have somebody do a confidence booster. Everybody's got garbage for stats now, so it doesn't really matter who. It's not going to heal for a significant amount, but it is going to get us a lot of bonus attack power. Remember, it's not just 25 extra attack or 25% extra attack power. It's removing a 25% attack power penalty and adding a 25% bonus. So it's actually really significant. I think you should be able to one-shot, yeah. And so Earl can shoot the Witch Doctor. There we go. We're getting there. It's going to take a couple more minutes. Alright, where did those villagers spawn? Ouch. Those villagers are, yeah, on the opposite end of the map. They will not get here in time. Alright, this is actually doing slightly more than normal attack damage. Let's have Molly back off. And you are not going anywhere, sir. Okay, yeah, Molly can just, I don't know. You do this. Just get out of the way so that you don't get killed. That's interesting. He didn't even attack. I mean, he's pinned, but I thought for sure he would attack Dolores. I just thought it was going to matter because Dolores is awesome. Because Dolores is invincible and great at everything. Alright, yeah, give me that Chihuahua. We only lost one renown. Or one resolve, rather, doing that. Your current highest level athlete gains +4 collect on athlete spins is compelling. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I think that went pretty well, despite the fact that we didn't get the thing that we were hoping most to get. The elephant skull is totally good. So 20 extra collect tokens from those things. Buffed value on those collect tokens from the Songhai Sword. And I will say, our treasures have really lined up along a linear so far. That's going to be very valuable to us. Alright, now to see if I did in fact make it to enough research. It looks like no, I did not. We're going to have to spend some of our insight to get there. It's not ideal. Okay, so we want to send it to Constantinople. We have enough status that we can hire good people. Okay, so psychology, emotion studies. We are going to take terrified. Opponents gain minus 25 armor. We're not going to let people boss us around by being immune to enrage. Yes. The ability to hire barterers. The power of secrets. And Asian wisdom, which will allow us to get to the 60 research much more easily. Okay. Pretty good. We only had to spend 2. And now we've got extra renown from status. We're going to be making tons of status. +1 secret whenever a beguiler, quick thinker, or tactician of level 4 succeeds on those spins. That is something that we might be able to make happen on Dolores. I think we're going to take Fierce Backstab. It's a little harder for us to be able to predictably enrage people than predictably isolate them. And also, since we can get the armor penalty from Terrify, and Dolores is so good at distributing Terrify, this makes sense to me. Alright, let's figure out how we're going to spend the rest of our resources here. As far as future research papers, I honestly don't know. It makes a lot of sense to me to go for engineering, maybe, to get effective equipment, but we might be best off just unlocking all of history to get more renown when we acquire helpers, and then before the last expedition, we'll have a ton of status, so we might be able to just buy all the helpers. So that's something to think about. Here's something else to think about. We have 1,000 status right now. We could use that status to hire barterers, each one of whom gives us +1 supply. We're still on only 9 supplies. It's not great. We go up to 13, that would not be bad, but it would be all of our status, probably, or close to all of it. And upgrading the Turkish baths enough to get the 3rd specialist who increases your token payouts, I think is worthwhile. It's expensive, but yeah, look at this. So, this, right? This is on our linear. So our collect tokens are now giving us 13 status on average, which is about what we get from a campaign token, in addition to quite a bit of gold. And that status amount's only going to continue to shoot through the roof. I'm very happy with how this has gone so far. I do admit, I was not expecting to get so many bonuses to the gold payout of our collect tokens. If we hadn't, the status from our collect token is actually right about where the gold from a collect token is by default. We've gotten very lucky so far. Alright, so do we want to spend the rest of our stuff on the barterers just to make sure that we can get as many nodes as possible in... We're probably doing Egypt. I know that's scary. Well, what do we have available specialist-wise? We could get Big Game Hunter. What did we unlock in the baths? +2 collect whenever you enter a cultural challenge. Athlete wrestling is not useful to us. Tactician military history. Ooh. If she gets Tactician military history and then she gets the trinket, she'll almost be at 4 levels of Tactician already. And didn't we hire a guy who gives extra collect tokens? No, level 4 rogue, that's right. But we do have that research paper. Level 4 tacticians get a secret on tactician spins. I would really like to make that happen. The level 4 specialist here could potentially teach, although I don't think we have enough status actually to hire. Well, let's get this. And this gives us plus collects tokens in situations, which is a thing I like. I love situations. Alright, and then we're definitely going to buy that. We were going to buy this anyway. Hold on, let's buy it and then swap this in. And you can have this. Earl, you're good at talking to people. People like you. Have you noticed we got a real hair thing going on? This party has a lot of hair. Alright, so... Oh, I don't have enough... Actually, no, I do have. I have like almost exactly enough money to upgrade this all the way, get her a legendary memento. We'll swap this one onto... you. Yeah, stats. Alright, she is now actually pretty well suited to completing challenges. And this leaves us with 350, which is enough to buy 2 barterers, I think. Or 337, rather, status. Which is enough to buy 2 barterers, or to hire 1 more specialist. But I don't think these specialists are that great. I guess giving naturalist to Dolores isn't a bad thing. Do I want to gain naturalist, or do I want to gain 2 supplies? Let's gain the supplies. I don't think naturalist is all that useful in Egypt. Yeah, 11 supplies going to Egypt is not crazy. That's not a terrible amount. All right, well I think that's what we've done. We have no points of archaeology. You'll notice. Oh well. Oh, I didn't buy. Yeah, we have no points of survivalist either. Oh well, I forgot to buy the. Forgot to buy the compass. I guess I have the option of selling the rose, right? Selling the rose would make us enough money for that. We should buy the compass. We should have a survivalist just in case. So how much do these sell for? This is sell for 75. Selling the translation guide and like his ring would get us there, but I actually think that diplomat is more useful than beguiler is in Egypt. You have to deal with the British a lot, and I think diplomat is more useful there. We're going to sell the rose. I don't know. Maybe this is a bad play. As soon as Dolores gains a level, we'll move the compass onto her. Because how many... She is 6 XP away from having her second trinket slot. Alright. Now we're ready. And this means that we have 50 gold. Does that treasure that's sometimes in Egypt cost 50 or 100? I actually don't remember. Do you have enough stuff that we could sell that would be harmless to push me up to 100 just in case? We totally do. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, why not? It's going to turn out to be 150. Sell 1 point of attack and 1 point of attack. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we're done. Come back next time and adventure into what has proven in the past to be an extremely dangerous desert. But think of all the gold. And we'll see you then.